for today's event representing Faculty of Technology, Wayamba University of Sri Lanka. Without further ado, let's now start our event by launching the introduction video. He is the one of the driving forces and great dedicator behind the success of Faculty of Technology, Wayamba University of Sri Lanka. The guidance that we received from him highly commendable. Dr. Manjula Wikramasinghe, Acting Dean, Faculty of Technology, Wayamba University of Sri Lanka. Sir, I would cordially invite you to welcome the distinguished gathering.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's a very good privilege for me to address this gathering and to welcome you all. So this is a special moment for the faculty and for the university. We have been working in this innovation and initiatives for students' creativity back in 2017. I remember the time when the Faculty of Technology was started at the Faculty of Applied Sciences. That time we had a motivation to promote the creativity of students. As a result, we organized series of exhibitions. It was a tremendous success and students utilized that opportunity. Probably the seniors now graduating from the faculties of technology and faculty of applied sciences and many other faculties have benefited from participating in those creative activities. Their CVs have gathered these credentials. Now, in 2021, we are establishing the formal University Inventors Club. I want to welcome the Acting Vice Chancellor, the Chief Guest today, Dr. Sajeeva Bowatte, who dedicated this task to us, entrusted the task of establishing the Inventors Club for the university for a particular reason. He knew that we had the initiatives in the faculty for some time, and when the Inventors Commission requested the university to establish the Inventors Club, then he directed that task and entrusted the Faculty of Technology for that. I warmly welcome you for the gathering, sir, and thank you very much also for giving us this opportunity. And we are establishing this platform, Inventors Club, not only for Faculty of Technology, for all the other faculties in the university. And then I would like to welcome all our guest speakers, keynote speaker for today's evening. Professor Gamika Prathapasinghe from Faculty of LFN, Livestock, Fisheries and Nutrition. He has been one of the pioneering staff members who promoted innovations and commercialization of technologies. And I am very proud to have him as the keynote speaker for today. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation, and you are warmly welcome for the event. Then we have invited Mr. Dr. Anura Wikramanayake, all the way from Sweden. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. You have been an inspiration for a long time for me, and I hope that you are going to make a difference in our students too. Dr. Anura, thank you very much for accepting the invitation, and you are warmly welcome for the occasion. Mr. Haresh Jayashankar is joining from Ireland. He has been a pioneering student initiator from University of Ruhuna at the time, and he has been a mentee that I have learned a lot mentoring students from you. And thank you very much for accepting again and inspiring our students. You are warmly welcome here. All the deans, all the staff members of the Faculty of Technology and all the other faculties, all the students and other participants, you are warmly welcome for the occasion. I hope that this event will mark a remarkable day for the university for us to promote inter-faculty interactions, for us to be creative, make useful products that will make a difference to the society, in the country, all over the world. That will be the mission of this platform, Inventors Club of the university, to make them more relevant. When you make an invention, to be more relevant to the university and to the society, to the industry, to the whole world. So thank you very much again for inviting me to deliver this small welcome speech. Without taking much time, I hand it over back to Tanya. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Now, it's the time to launch the presentation of the Society Objectives and Constitution. I would cordially invite Mr. Uvindu to explain the Society Objectives and Constitution.
Good evening, all. Inaugural General Meeting of Inventors Club of Wayamba University of Sri Lanka. Chief guest, acting Vice Chancellor, guest speakers, and all the deans of faculties, head of the departments, all the academic staff members, and fellow students. Inventors Club is a society which provides guidance, facilities, and opportunities for young inventors. In addition, Inventors Club encourages students towards innovations by providing a platform to exhibit their innovations. Our mission is to empower young inventors to develop and promote their inventions by harnessing and utilize the available resources while enhancing their visibility and recognition through industry linkages and exposures. Our main objective is to encourage young inventors by allowing them to develop and promote their inventions so they can survive in a real world environment. Our next objective is to give the opportunity to use new resources by young inventions. So we aim to give them both the experience of how to use new technological resources. It also aims to introduce more innovations to the world and give more space to their creations. And another objective is to provide more opportunities for young inventors and connect them with the industry. This society empowered and encouraged students' creativity. Through the society, inventors are facilitated and provided opportunities. It also aimed to improve the quality of the project scope and the progress of the undergraduate research. It can lay the foundation of becoming an entrepreneur and create new business opportunities. And also make collaboration between faculties of various universities. For example, if student from Faculty of Agriculture want to make and develop a machine, student from other faculty can help to make and develop that machine with his knowledge. It enables the sharing of knowledge. We have vast numbers of laboratories and facilities decided to teaching and learning with the concept of the being the head of the departments. These facilities can be utilized for the learning and creativity activities of the students. So Inventors Club has aimed to promote this utilization. For example, the workshop for Faculty of Technology has been open to all students to do extra activities and extra projects. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ovindu. There is a saying that every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. So, dear undergraduates, if you want to be an inventor, we are willing to tend you in the journey of success. Don't miss the opportunity. This could be a great investment to make a better career preparation before you left the university. Please grab your membership today by filling the Google form that we provided by you. Well, we have invited Dr. PGCS Bowatte, Acting Vice Chancellor, Wayamba University of Sri Lanka, as the chief guest of the inaugural general meeting of the Inventors Club of Wayamba University of Sri Lanka. Sir, we felt great pleasure of entrusting this greater opportunity to the Faculty of Technology. The reason to entrust this opportunity to the Faculty of Technology is since it was making preparation for establishing the Inventors Club with the innovative activities ongoing. The guidance that we received from you made a greater encouragement for stepping up so far. Sir, we highly appreciate you for accepting our invitation amidst your busy schedule. Now, we have the pleasure of inviting Dr. PGCS Bowatte to enlighten this event with his valuable thoughts.
My fellow deans, and especially Dr. Manjula, the acting dean of the Faculty of Technology, and distinguished members from local as well as overseas academic environments, dear students, thank you very much for inviting me for this memorable occasion. I would greatly appreciate and value this memorable and very important event, especially for the students. Now, to set into the innovative field and the new manufacturing and new developments are now being seen in different student environments. It is a very good time, and the National Innovators Commission at the very correct time came forward, inviting us to develop our own Innovators Club. And the opportunity given to us was grabbed with high enthusiasm by some of the members who are heavily involved in these new interventions, new innovations. And we noted the university business linkage was facilitating the innovative products from Wayamba, and some of these products went into the national market, and some of the manufacturers came forward to bring that into the enterprise. So that, of course, gave us a boost of enthusiasm. With that background, I really appreciate and value the coming forward of all 6 faculties as well as students in creating and encouraging and inviting other students to join and progress in the line of innovations. I, from the administration, would heavily thank as well as wish you all the success that you engage in a innovative field of bringing the technical advances into the country, and in doing so be able to take the Wayamba University into a new dimension. And in the post-COVID period, now we are in the middle, or maybe we are in the winning side of COVID, if we interpret it. The post-COVID period will be really a complexity for all countries and all economies. So recently, the World Bank mentioned that the only way out for all these economies is to go into the innovations and new products and produce their own items, because the significant economic recession is likely in different countries. So in that scenario, this is a very high time that you come into this arena and indulge in new developments, innovations, and if possible, taking it into the manufacturing and marketing stage. So the best time has come, and now you are engaged in it. I can see the enthusiasm. Hundreds of students have joined. The best time, and I wish you all the success in bringing this to a continuous and a regular successful endeavor. Thank you very much, and all the best.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing with your valuable thoughts with us. Now, let me introduce our today's keynote speaker, Professor Gamika Prathapasinghe. By profession, Professor Prathapasinghe is a veterinary surgeon graduated from University of Peradeniya. He started his career as an assistant lecturer attached to the Department of Parasitology, Faculty of Medicine. In 2001, Professor Prathapasinghe joined the Wayamba University as an assistant lecturer, and currently he worked as a senior lecturer, Faculty of Livestock, Fisheries and Nutrition. Further, he obtained his master's in biochemistry from the Memorial University of Newfoundland, Canada. His PhD was obtained at St. Boniface General Hospital, University of Manitoba, Canada. Professor Prathapasinghe has won so many awards for his innovations. Through his career, he acquired an outstanding 4 patents. Aside from being an inventor, Professor Prathapasinghe also managed to become an entrepreneur, marketing his invention to the public. Further, he has done pioneer work introducing entrepreneurial education in the university, because he is always advising and patronizing academics to become pracademics. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Prathapasinghe to address the gathering.
Can I share my desktop, please? Okay. Okay, Acting Vice Chancellor, all the deans, and my colleagues and dear students, good evening. And Dr. Manjula, thank you very much for inviting me to give a speech about inventions at this very important event. Actually, I did not expect this many number of participants. Actually, there are 151 now. Very good thing. And invention is a term actually that my ears would like to hear the most. The reason is that this term has made me a successful and a happy citizen of this country. Because I am an inventor and I have invented quite a number of inventions, gadgets and products. So in this presentation, I will take you through one of my inventions and appraisals that I have received, and also commercial products that I manufacture using my inventiveness. So by showing all these things, I will make an effort today to encourage and stimulate you all also to take this path. Okay, for this presentation, the topic that I selected is, what does it take to be an inventor? So if I ask this as a question from the audience, you would answer like this: smart and creative. So these are the things that we have heard. But my answer is not necessarily. So if you are a smart and creative guy, it would be an advantage, but you don't need to be so smart and creative. However, you have to have these attributes. You need to be curious, observant, persistent, and see possibilities. So to elaborate these attributes, I selected a cartoon. Actually, I got it from a newspaper somewhere in 2013, as far as I can remember. So the incident behind this cartoon is that while all the ordinary citizens of this country were expecting tax reliefs and other benefits from the then upcoming budget, the finance minister, he was the president of that time, he declared a substantial tax reduction, if you all can remember this incident, for Lamborghini cars. So it was a big surprise. And the cartoonist, this is how he depicted, this is how he elaborated that situation. And there are three persons related to this cartoon. One is cartoonist, and the ordinary citizen, and the president. So of these three, the cartoonist is the most smart and creative, because he has depicted it in a very, very creative or smart way. So if you look at, or if you want to identify who is the inventor here, the inventor is the president, because he shows all these attributes of an inventor has to have, right? So he was curious about this person who was coming behind, requesting some tax reliefs and benefits from budget. And he observed the dress, the sarong, and he saw a possibility. The possibilities, you know, that we all know that the pattern of this sarong is the pattern of the flag that we used to start a car race. Okay, so the inventor here was curious, observant, and saw a possibility, and persistent. Of course, here actually you can imagine what a struggle that he has made to de-sarong or remove the sarong of this person and make it a flag, right? So all these are the attributes that an inventor has to have. So from next slide, I am going to take you through one of my inventions. I selected this invention particularly because I invented this gadget when I was a student, final year veterinary student at Peradeniya, like you, right? There are a lot of students here. So I'm going to elaborate, I mean, show these things to make you also think that we also can do the same or similar things, okay? So see, look at this gadget, right? The first photograph, this is the auto plunger. It is a disposable gadget which can be used as an accessory with a normal disposable syringe. Right, in the second picture, you can see a normal syringe is connected or fixed into this auto plunger. And the third one, you can see the syringe is filled with the drugs. Right here, the syringe, the capacity is 10 cc, 10 ml. And you can see the plunger has been pulled and a tension spring is connected here to pull it back, right? But the pulling it back or squeezing has been prevented by this lock arm, and it is connected to a triggering mechanism through which this hypodermic needle has been inserted, right? So remember this thing, and I will show you how this is being used. So in veterinary practice, so the idea, I saw this possibility when I was in final year. So we had a clinical round called ambulatory clinics. So during that clinical round, we all the students were taken out to farms to diagnose and treat farm animals, right? So the situation is like this. If you, in a normal routine of a government veterinary surgeon is that every day morning he gets a lot of complaints from farmers saying that their cows are not well and they are not eating, a lot of complaints, right? So then this vet surgeon has to visit. Not like in human medicine that we cannot just write a prescription and ask the farmer to give this many number of pills, capsules, so on and so forth. So only option is giving an injection, right? So the vet surgeon has to visit the farmer's place and examine the animal from a distance first, and then close examination, and then he has to diagnose and then prepare a treatment protocol. And then let's assume that this is an infectious disease, so he has to give antibiotics for at least 3 to 5 days, injections, right? So the dose is always more than 10 ml at a time. So see that the vet is drawing, taking the drug into the syringe. Now the cow is observing all these things and she is refreshing her memory about all the martial arts that she knows, right? This is a very, very normal situation. And then the vet surgeon starts injecting. So he pricks the needle through the skin first and then reaches the muscles and start injecting, right? We use a wide bone needle like 21 gauge. So the needle itself is an irritant, and these drugs are irritating. So when the doctor starts squeezing the syringe, let's say 1 ml is injected, the reaction of the animal is like this, right? They always react like this. And this is what happens to the vet surgeon. So he just started giving the injection, only 1 ml has been given. So the rest, the 9 ml has to be given, injected. So he has to chase the animal like this. So it is, in the normal routine, this is, let's say this is the first case of this in that particular day. So he has to attend 10 or 11 or even 15 other similar cases, right? So if he is going to practice the normal way of injecting drugs, it is a utter waste of his valuable time, right? So then I invented this as being a final year student, this auto plunger. So it can be connected or coupled with a normal disposable syringe, and the drug can be loaded like this, and the plunger can be blocked. And you need to do, the only thing you need to do is jab this thing against the animal and leave it there, right? So when this needle penetrates into the animal, and when this trigger touches the skin, the trigger pulls up, pulling the lock arm apart, right? So as a result, the tension spring would squeeze the plunger, releasing administering the drug into the animal, right? This was the invention. So no matter how far or how fast it has been, the entire drug will be administered into the animal, right? So this was the invention, and then I innovated it into another purpose. This is called anti-rabies immunizing device. Shortened form is ARID. same principle, protected under the same patent, and this can inject 1 ml of anti-rabies vaccine into an animal, right? 1 ml is the dose, no matter, I mean, even for a rat or an elephant, right? Same dose. So the virus, the rabies virus pool is always there among stray dog population. So every year there's a program conducted under the Ministry of Health to vaccinate stray dogs. The PHI people, they chase or run behind these animals to give 1 ml of dose. We call this method this you just wait method, right? And if the dog turns back and bites the vaccinator, he has to get 5 doses of post-exposure vaccine. So therefore, these vaccinators are very, very afraid of getting bitten by these stray dogs. Therefore, this stray dog vaccination program was very, very unsuccessful. So in 1998, being a final year student, I innovated this, and this is a 1 meter long device, very easily can, be loaded with the vaccine and reach the stray dog and inject jab against the animal within less than a second. The entire dose is gushed through the wide bore needle into the muscle of the animal, and the injected animals or the vaccinated animals will be marked, right? So I sold this gadget to the World Health Organization back in 1998. I have been selling from that point to date. And you might have seen the PHI people are using this gadget in Sri Lanka also, and other countries where rabies is endemic, Cambodia, India, Nepal, Thailand, all these countries are using this device. Every year I'm selling this device to WHO. And also in the countries like European countries, this device is being used to inject certain anesthetics and sedatives to caged animals, zoo animals, in Germany and in Switzerland, particularly at Zurich Zoo. Okay, so thereby we have made the vaccinator again the master, no longer the dog, right? It was a dog was the master. Okay, so this device, they have been appreciated and recognized. So being a final year student again, so I'm showing these things because you also can do the same. In 1998, I won the Presidential Award for the Best Inventor in this country with a cash award and a gold medal. So this is the award that the most prestigious award an inventor could win in Sri Lanka. And 2 years later, I won the Outstanding Young Person Awards under the category of medical research and innovations. And at the same event, the Odell honor, the Uttara won the same for entrepreneurship, and Susantika Jayashankar won it for sports. And in 98, this auto plunger won a silver medal at the Geneva International Exhibition, and another silver at Germany, Nuremberg International Competition of Inventors. And I won 2 more awards in 98 and also in 2000 from this Geneva event. So all these awards, I won these awards while being a final year vet student. And I became the very first student in the history of Peradeniya to win an international award for any event, either from sports or any sort of events. So all these achievements are because that I became an inventor, a student inventor, while studying at the University of Peradeniya, right? So after that, after doing my graduate studies, after returning to Sri Lanka, I got together, partnered with another lecturer, academic from Peradeniya. He's from that faculty. He is also a biochemist. We got together and started inventing a series of products. These are for farm animals, and our territory, we have very clearly defined territory, and we are not stepping out. All these products are because we are vets and we are very, very confident within our territory. So all these products are for animal use only. And these are the leading products of for pet animals in our country. It's ISO 2008 certified company. So all these products were invented by me and my friend. So as a university student and after that an academic, I have contributed to a certain, in a certain way, in a certain extent to the GDP of this country. So let's see why universities established first and foremost in our country, right? The primary mission of the university system is the education of our youth as Sri Lanka's future leaders, and we all believe that this is being best achieved, right? However, if you look at here, we have created an army of well-grounded graduates. They are lifelong dependents on treasury funds, right? We benefited from the free education and free health from our grade 1 until our graduation. And for a long time of years, graduates are released from universities of Sri Lanka with the mentality that the government must take care of them and ensure their job security, dignity, well-being, and even after retirement, pension, right? So it is something like that. Graduates are blind people guided by a dog called national economy. So while being guided, they are always thinking about state jobs, vehicle permits at 5-year interval, and salary hikes and pension, right? This is the cycle that we all are in. And this is the reality. So who leads the national income economy? Now we are experiencing it very, very hard way, right? We have a great scarcity of foreign exchange right now. So the national economy the weight has been borne by these unskilled, those who were not fortunate enough to get into the universities, these leftover people, right? The apparel industry workers, the drivers and the drivers and the housemaids and those who are working in the shipping industry, and they took the weight until the COVID hit the country. But if we all can contribute, help the national economy, it will be a very, very great relief for these people, right? So we have to determine, we also have to help the GDP, contribute to the GDP and help the efforts of the government, right? The general public, however, the government and the people of this country increasingly and legitimately expect their universities to foster and play a leading role in economic and social growth of the country. So we have to fulfill their expectations. But what is happening? This is what's happening, right? We all know that at the convocation, the graduation, we put on our gowns and hats. We go on taking selfies, right? Taking photographs free. So we have to get rid of these habits. We can get a photograph, but it has to be stopped, and we have to think as adults, and we have to identify our responsibility, and we have to be inventive and entrepreneurial to pay back the debt, and we have to show our gratitude to the nation by inventing new things and commercializing these products in order to help the GDP of this country. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing valuable thoughts with us.
You're welcome.
There is a special reminder for undergraduates. If you are willing to join with our Inventors Club, please be kind enough to fill the Google form that we shared through chat box. Our next speaker is Dr. Anura Wikramanayake. Let me introduce about the guest speaker. Dr. Anura graduated as a mechanical engineer from the University of Prathapasinghe, and he obtained his Master's of Engineering degree in Energy Technology from the University of Madras. Dr. Anura specialized in space sciences with Master of Science degrees in Space Technology from Luleå University, Sweden, and University Würzburg Germany. For his master's thesis, he has developed the ground segment for satellite communication at the Luleå University. Dr. Anura obtained his PhD from Cranfield University, UK, for specializing in space-based radar remote sensing and ground deformation measurements in Arctic range.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Please
Thank you
go
very
ahead.
much. And I would like to thank you for Dr. Manjula for inviting me for this, for your special occasion. And when I listen to all of the talks, I remember Sweden. I'm participating from Sweden. Sweden and Sri Lanka is Sri Lanka has a lot of things not in common, but one thing is pretty much common, that they both have the languages they only speak in only in their countries. So I would like to continue my speech in Sinhalese because I like to speak in my mother tongues. But if anybody have a difficulty in understanding Sinhala, I can switch back into English. And සුබ සන්ධ්‍යාවක්. බොහොම ස්තුතියි මට ආරාධනා කරාට මේ කතාව ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ මේ විශේෂ අවස්ථාවේ කරන්න ආරාධනා කිරීම ගැන. විශේෂයෙන්ම මම මේ ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් කිව්වා වගේ මේ සිංහලෙන් මේ කතාව කරන්නේ ස්වීඩන් වලත් මේ පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ලැන්ග්වේජ් එක විතරයි. මේ ලෝකෙම ස්වීඩිෂ් කතා කරන්නේ ස්වීඩන් වල විතරයි. උනාට ඒගොල්ලෝ හැමතැනම ඒගොල්ලෝගේ ලැන්ග්වේජ් එක ප්‍රොමෝට් කරන ඒගොල්ලෝගේ වැඩවල. ඒ නිසා මම හිතුවා අපේ ලංකාවේ වැඩ කරද්දී අපි සිංහලෙන් කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. මේ මම ඒ නිසා මේ සිංහලෙන් කන්ටිනියු කරන්න. ඉස්සෙල්ලාම මම සුබ පදන්න ඕනි ඔය ඉන්වෙන්ෂන් ක්ලබ් එකේ ඔක්කොටම. මොකද ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් ප්‍රෙස්ටිජ් සොසයිටි එකට අවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒක මේ ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ යුනිවර්සිටි එකේ විතරක් නෙමෙයි. දැන් ලංකාව ගත්තොත් ලංකාවේ මිලියන 22ක් ඉන්න කට්ටියකින් මම හිතන්නේ ඉන්වෙන්ටර්ස්ලා 1000ක් ඔය වගේ ගාණක් තමයි ඉන්නේ. ඒ ගෲප් එකට ඔයගොල්ලෝ අවිල්ලා ඉන්නවා. ඊළඟට ලෝකෙ ගත්තොත් බිලියන 8ක් විතර ඉන්න කට්ටියකින් මිලියනයකටත් අඩු ගාණක් තමයි ඉන්වෙන්ටර්ස්ලා ඉන්නේ. කියන්නේ දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ විශේෂ කණ්ඩායමකට අවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මගේ බොහොම සුබ පැතුම්. මේ කතාව කරන්න ඩොක්ටර් මන්ජුල මට කතා කරපුවාම ඩොක්ටර් මන්ජුල කිව්වේ මගේ අත්දැකීම් පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්වෙන්ෂන් ඒ කරන කාලේ සහ ඒ තුලින් මම ලබාගත් අත්දැකීම් සහ මට විශේෂයෙන් හම්බෙච්ච බෙනිෆිට් මොනවාද කියලා කියන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ පොඩ්ඩක් ධෛර්යමත් වෙන්න කියලා. තියෙන කාලෙත් එක්ක ගත්තාම බොහොම පොඩි කාලයක් නිසා ගොඩක් කතා කරන්න බැරි වුණාට මම කීපයක් මට වෙච්ච මේ බෙනිෆිට්ස් කියලා ඊට පස්සේ මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඊළඟ අවසාන විනාඩි කීපයක් ගන්නම්. මෙතන ඉඳලා ඕගොල්ලොන්ට මොනවාද හම්බ කරගන්න පුළුවන් විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ ස්වීඩන් එකත් සම්බන්ධයෙන්. ඒකට පොඩ්ඩක් ඕගොල්ලෝ කවුරු හරි ඔය ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලාට අවස්ථාවක් කියන්නේ අවශ්‍යතාවයක් තියෙනවා නම් මේ රට කාය ස්ටඩිස් කරන්න හරි මේ වගේ රටකට මයිග්‍රේට් වෙන්න කොහොමද ඕගොල්ලෝ දැන් අද ඉඳලා කරන වැඩ වලින් ඕගොල්ලොන්ට වාසියක් අත් වෙන්න කියලා. පළවෙනියටම මේ ඩොක්ටර් මන්ජුල මගේ බැට්මේන්ට් අපි දෙන්නා මේකට හිටියේ. විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ අපි දෙන්නටම පොදු අත්දැකීම තමයි අපි අවුරුදු 3ක් විතර මහන්සි වුණා ඉන්වෙන්ටර්ස් ක්ලබ් එක හදලා ක්ලබ් එකේ එක්සිබිෂන් එක පේරාදෙණිය යුනිවර්සිටි එකේ කරන්න. ඒක 2000 අවුරුදු 2000 දී තමයි ඔය ඉන්වෙන්ටර්ස් මේක මේවා කරේ. එතකොට අපි අවුරුදු 3ක් එක දිගට වැඩ කළා. අපිට පුළුවන් වුණා මේ එක්සිබිෂන් එකේ තිබ්බ ප්‍රධානම ස්ටෝල් එක හදලා එක්සිබිෂන් එකට මේ මම ප්‍රොඩක්ට් 20ක් ඒ වගේ ගානක් ඉන්වෙන්ෂන්ස් ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න පේරාදෙණිය යුනිවර්සිටි. අපි ඒක ඔය ක්ලබ් එකක් විදිහට කරපු ලොකුම අචීව්මන්ට් එකක් ඒ දවස්වල. ඊට පස්සේ ඔය ඉන්වෙන්ටර්ස් ඔය මේක ඉවරනාට පස්සේ මම මොරටු යුනිවර්සිටි එකට සහභාගී වුණා. ඒකෙදිත් අපි ඔය ඉන්වෙන්ටර්ස් එක්සිබිෂන් එකක් කරා 2004 මම හිතන්නේ මතක විදිහට. ඒකෙදිත් ඔය පළවෙනියටම ඔය දැන් ඔය ඔයගොල්ලෝ යුනිවර්සිටි වගේ ඉන්වෙන්ටර්ස් ක්ලබ් එකක් ආරම්භ කළා. ඒ රාත් වැඩ කරන 24 hour වැඩ කරන ස්ට්‍රක්චර් එක අපි හදලා ඒ එක්සිබිෂන් එක කරපුවාම එතනින් මට මම ඕක කරනවා දැකලා මේ ඒක ඒ හිටපු ලෙක්චරර් කෙනෙක් මට කිව්වා මේ ස්පේස් සයන්ස් වල තියෙනවා ඔපචුනිටි එකක් ඒකට ඇප්ලයි කරන්න කියලා. ඒකෙන් තමයි මේ යුරෝප් වලට මට ඉන්ඩස් ස්කෝලර්ෂිප් එක හම්බුනේ. ඒකට ඔයගොල්ලෝ යුනිවර්සිටියක් විදිහට ඉන්වෙන්ටර්ස් කරා ඉන්වෙන්ෂන්ස් කරද්දී ෆයිනල් ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එක ඒක අවසාන ප්‍රතිඵලයක් වැදගත් ඒක පේටන්ට් එකක් ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එකක් ඒ වගේම මම ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් වලට කියන්න කැමති ඒ එතෙන්ට යන පාර ඒ සඳහා වැඩ කරන විදිහත් ඉතාම වැදගත්. ඒකෙන් ඕගොල්ලන්ට තේරුනේ නැතුණාට ඕගොල්ලෝ ගොඩක් මේ ස්කිල්ස් ටිකක් හදා ගන්නවා ඕගොල්ලෝගේ අනාගතයට ඕනේ. කොහොමද තමන් ප්‍රශ්නයක් විසඳන්නේ, තමන් ළඟ තියෙන දැනුම කොහොමද පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ, කොහොමද කමියුනිකේට් කරන්නේ, තමන්ගේ ගෲප් එකක් ටීම් එකක් විදිහට වැඩ කරන්නේ ගොඩාක් ස්කිල්ස් ඕනේ ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඒක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ ඔය වැඩේ කරද්දි ඒ ස්කිල්ස් ටික ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඇබ්සෝබ් කරගන්න ඔය කාලය ඇතුළත. ඊට පස්සේ ඕගොල්ලෝ ඊළඟ ස්ටෙප් එකට ගියාම විශේෂයෙන්ම කවුරු හරි කෙනෙක් ස්වීඩන් වගේ රටකට එන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා නම් තියෙන ඩිග්‍රිය ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඒ දොර ඇරලා දෙනවා. නමුත් එතනින් එහාට යන්න ඔය ස්කිල්ස් ටික ඕනේ වෙනවා. ස්වීඩන් කියන්නේ ඉතාම හොඳ රටක් ඉන්වෙන්ටර්ස්ලාට කවුරු හරි ඔයගොල්ලෝ ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලා බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා නම් මේ ස්වීඩන් වගේ රටකට එන්න ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දැන් ඉඳලාම ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ස්පෙක්ට්‍රම් එකක් ඉන්නවනේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ෆස්ට් ක්ලාස් සෙකන්ඩ් ක්ලාස් තියෙන කට්ටියත් ඇති. ඔතන එහෙම නැතුව ජෙනරල් ග්‍රැජුවේට් ඒ ඩිග්‍රී ගන්න කට්ටියත් ඇති. ඔය ඔක්කොටම මේ වගේ රටකට එන්න පුළුවන්. ඇවිල්ලි ඉවර වෙලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට PhD එක දක්වා ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕන නම් ඉගෙන ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඒක ඉවර වුණාට පස්සේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ ජොබ් එකකට ගියාම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ජොබ් එකේදී ඉන්වෙන්ෂන් කරලා තියෙනවා නම් ඒ කල්චර් එකේ ඉඳලා තියෙනවා නම් පේටන්ට් එකක් හරි මොනවාරි තියෙනවා නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට රස්සාවල් ගන්න එක බොහොම ලේසි. දැන් මට මේ ටික කියන්න ඕනේ දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ අද ඔය කරන වැඩේ මේ ක්ලබ් එකකට ජොයින් වෙනවට වැඩිය ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ අනාගතේ විශාල හැරවුම් ලක්ෂ ගානකට සම්බෙයි මේ ඉන්වෙන්ෂන් ක්ලබ් එක හරහා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඒ කරන දේවල්. මගේ වෙලාව බොහොම අඩු නිසා මම මේ අවසාන වශයෙන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කියන්න තියෙන්නේ කිසිම එක්කෙනෙකුට දෙන්න තියෙන උපදේශ තමයි කිසිම එක්කෙනෙකුට කියන්න ඉඩ තියන්න එපා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කිසිම දෙයක් කරන්න බෑ කියලා. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඕන දෙයක් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඕනොත් කරන්න පුළුවන්. එකම දේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කරන්න ගෝල් එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනි. ඒ වගේම ප්ලෑන් එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනි. ඒ සඳහා වැඩ කරන්න මහන්සි වෙන්න කැපකිරීම කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න. එහෙම වුණොත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඕනම දෙයක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකට කරන්න එහෙම පුළුවන් කියන එකේ එක උදාහරණයක් තමයි මම ඔය කාලෙදිදී මට ඕනි වුණ ටාගට්ස් වලට එන්න පුළුවන් උනේ ඔය ඒ විදිහට වැඩ කරලා. ඒ නිසා ඒකයි අවසාන වශයෙන් මේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මට කියන්න තියෙන්නේ මේ දැන් මම අන්ඩර් ග්‍රැජුවේට් කාලේ වැඩ කරද්දි අපිට ඔය ඉන්වෙන්ෂන් කරද්දි මම ඩොක්ටර් මන්ජුලටත් කිව්වා අපිට ගොඩක් ඕනි වුණා අනික් රටවල් වල ඉන්න මේ කට්ටියගේ උදව්. ඔයගොල්ලොත් ඉන්වෙන්ට් කාඩ් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මොනාරි අවශ්‍යතාවයන් සමහරලාට තියෙන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රොඩක්ට්ස් මේ කම්පොනන්ට්ස් ගෙන්න ගන්න ඒ වගේ වෙලාවට ඒ වගේ වලට අපි විශේෂයෙන්ම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට සපෝට් එක දෙන්න කැමතියි ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ඔය උත්සාහය සාර්ථක කරගන්න. මෙතන මගේ කාලය ඉවරයි එහෙනම් මම නවත්තන්න. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing such an inspiring thoughts with us. One of the major requirements of establishing this Inventors Club is providing opportunities and facilitates for students to bring up their innovation. This would be an amazing platform to show your abilities, ideas among your peers. So again, I would like to invite you all to join with us. If you didn't sign up yet, please sign up and grab your membership by filling the Google form by right now. Now, let me introduce our next guest speaker, Mr. Haresh Shankar. Mr. Haresh obtained his bachelor's degree specializing in mechanical and manufacturing engineering from University of Ruhuna. He is currently reading for his PhD at the National University of Ireland, Galway. Mr. Haresh has participated in multiple projects and also pioneered the establishment of Marvel Crew Network, Marvel Crew Innovation and Entrepreneurship Club, and Marvel Crew Racing. As an undergraduate, he became a greater influencer to change the culture of his university. In addition, he developed the first Formula car by representing the University of Ruhuna. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Haresh Shankar to address the gathering.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you. And can I share my screen? Okay, so thank you everyone, dear guests and deans, and thank you very much, Anura sir, for inviting me. It's a great privilege to be here, and introduce and like convey my message and do whatever I can to help the club move forward. So today, I'm planning to talk. So basically, introducing myself, I'm Haresh. I'm from I was born in Kandy, and then I did my undergraduate at University of Ruhuna in mechanical and manufacturing engineering, and then I started working on a startup called Mount Network, and then I moved due to the kind of a condition between Sri Lanka, I had to skip that for a while, and then moved to do my PhD, and then hope to get back to that very soon after completing this. And that is my academic background. So also my background during my undergraduate. So I'll go with my background and I'll start talking about what I did during my university. So I was the field topper, and I was also the all batch second, and I have few major awards already my pocket, like the IMEC Frederick Barnes Walton Best Student Award, IMEC Project Award, and the University of Ruhuna Faculty of Engineering, the Gold Medal for Mechanical Engineering, and I was also the Orator of the Year 2016 in of Ruhuna. So these are a few of my achievements which I got through when I was doing my undergraduate degree. And mostly so today's presentation, I will be focusing more on more than inventions and things like that, which I am comfortable in is I was just a person who was connecting these inventions with the resources, whatever available in the ecosystem. So me and few of my friends, we worked on this for a very long time within the university. So what we did was connecting the resources from the students to whatever the resources they need to do inventions. That was our plan. And going into that, even though I have a strong academic, I was also active in societies. So I was ISECA, and I co-founded the Marvel Crew Innovation and Entrepreneurship Club of the university. And also I was a Gavelier and a Toastmaster during my undergraduate study. And all these three really helped me to connect with people and establish a culture within the university, Faculty of Engineering, and also expanding that to the university itself, and connecting these people to whatever the resources they need to improve a basic culture within the faculty and to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in the faculty. So that's the experience I'm going to share here, and all these people who are in the meeting might get to know what you can do with a club like this. So since it is the inauguration ceremony of the Inventors Club, so others might think, what can the Inventors Club do to you to help you to innovate or take your idea to the next level? And the platform itself is a great opportunity for you to take this chance as a big opportunity. You might not you might underestimate it sometimes. People might underestimate it. What can a society do to help us? But there's a big impact where the society itself brings in a culture which is innovative culture within the university. So that innovation culture brings and lets you think in an innovative manner. So basically, the story of Marvel Crew, we were friends of 10, and we wanted to do something to the university, as I told. I hope you can hear me. So we wanted to do something within the university. So and we started thinking about it, and we wanted to build an innovation culture in the university. And what we planned was we initially planned what we can do. So we came up with this idea called Marvel Crew. We named it as Marvel Crew because we want people to remember us. It is easy to remember, and we have this logo and things like that. And under a brand, we try to get people under a brand. and then promote our culture and idea to the majority. So we were trying to do that, and these were the friends who were like involved in the initial part of this launch, and like we were able to do that successfully. And even after we left the university, still it is running. People try to go into this club and like work and like take a part of it, and that is the most important thing. Sustaining is the most important thing. And as a club and as people who are like connected to this club, whoever who wants to connect to this club and whoever who wants to join to this club will know why we should be joining to this club, and they have this value, and that the value is very important when you wanted to have a sustainable like future goal and like sustainability within the club itself. So I'll be talking about those things. And Marvel Crew was this thing which we started in 2015. So we named it as Marvel Crew, and our tagline was creating purpose. So creating purpose is like we wanted the people to know that what we are here for. So we are here for creating purpose, and basically the same thing. Like I will tell the story of Marvel Crew. So whatever things happening in Inventors Club, you will see in future or next few months, you will see it has a brand coming out within the Wayamba University. So I'll talk about Marvel Crew, and then you can take a picture what Inventors Club of Wayamba University will be like. So Marvel Crew was creating the plan was to create purpose, and we wanted to like promote this idea. So we took some strategical moves within the faculty. So we want like initially like there was this very less traction between the first year students and the second year students who are just coming into the university. They didn't know what things we have in the university. They didn't know who are the lecturers in the university. They didn't know what they can do, and everything was like just planned. We invented this base culture of social interaction within the university, and that culture, like we have these events coming all the way every year. So, and this culture within the university of organizing events and bringing whatever the things which are in the university and promoting them, like build that traction between the first year students to like get involved in this society very fast. So that was very successful, and they were able to, within the second year itself, they are into this culture of innovation and everything. So that is one of the main targets we did through our crew when we were in the university. And still, even though people might not know that they are doing this, but still they are doing at the moment, since the culture was set already, it is like continuing till now. And that is the main objective of Marvel Crew when we were doing. And it was like basically like when we were doing, like we were planning on innovations, and we did this formula card just to promote like society, the organization in a big manner, and then we were successful in doing so. And also we had these club members joining in, like we had about 150 people like working in various projects at that time during 2018, I think, like various projects in the sense like various departments. Like we had innovation workshops, we had patent workshops and things like that. And then we were able to get more traction to this society. And then that culture was built into other societies also. Now we have IMECI and we have MMEs, who are doing like workshop in collaboration with Marvel, and that traction was built by developing that cultural set, which we were able to develop during our time. And what should you be doing within the club? And that is a very important question. So people were talking about, like other lecturers were talking about innovation and what it is and what can other people do. But as the club, like we are in the inauguration ceremony of the Inventors Club. So, and people who are here who have wanted to join the Inventors Club, and they should know what will the club do for us. And basically for us, Marvel Crew, we started it as a society to build values and a culture within the university. And that culture was continuously presented to the people continuously within the year. every month we have events, and that culture was presented to the people, so that culture is like fed into their head. And that was the thing what we were doing, and creating a world where everyone had a sense of purpose was our target. And then we initially, within like 2016-17, that was our initial stage of the club. And what we were doing was promoting our values, what we stand for, and what is our plan, and what we have to do. And that's the period where we launched the formula car and things like that. And we also launched a series of workshops within the faculty, like entrepreneurial workshops and things like that. I'll come out with the slide later. And then we built a culture, like how do you conduct your work. So everything, like even the post we create on Facebook, everything had the touch of this our standards. So everything was standardized, and like everything was tactical and created accordingly. And then we created our presence in social media, WhatsApp and everything, so that people can access us. People means in the sense academic staff can access us, students can access us, outsiders can access us. So we had outsiders doing workshops in our university, connecting through Marvel Crew. For example, Costi was connecting through Marvel Crew to do a workshop on patent writing. And like entrepreneurial caravans in Colombo, they were connecting through Marvel Crew to do entrepreneurial like workshops in our university. So we were the connecting body to do all these things. And because we build our presence in the social media, and they were trying to connect to us to get into the university, because they actually don't know how to connect to a university. Like people might not know how to connect to a university very easily, because when they're starting, they will have a lot of questions. So when we have a presence outside, and when people get that easy access to connect to a university, then they will start connecting to the university, and then we establish that environment within the university so that people have easy connectivity, and that ecosystem is built to innovate. And this innovative ecosystem helps people to accelerate whatever their idea, and the culture built will always keep their mindset towards innovation than other things within which is happening in most of the university. So the culture has to be built within the innovation club, and also you should be promoting the values to the people who are joining the club. And those are the most important things that you have to be like what the club will be doing within the first year and the second year of their plan, and then that will be automated words. So now, for example, Maurco is kind of in automated condition. The culture was set already, and the presence was already set, and now it is automated within the university, and still it is continued in the faculty. So maintaining the presence in the sense like we had Maurco had at least 2 events every month. So in WhatsApp and Facebook every month, we kind of at least send the logo, like at least show the logo on Facebook or our WhatsApp, just to keep our presence. Like in 2018, I can remember every month we had about 4 times we were continuously sending sending post about some more other thing, and just focusing on like promoting the brand. And then promotions, like we had an event, and then we did promotions to Facebook and WhatsApp and LinkedIn, and then we kind of rotated this sequence every month. And this was our plan for continuous process, and that actually built the culture, which we can see now in the faculty. So, and maintaining presence is very important. I believe like you people who are in the Inventors Club and who are building Inventors Club at the moment will continuously work on this, and like that will bring the culture which is absolutely necessary. Like people, like one person can be inventing one day, and the next person might invent the next year if he doesn't know the story who's about this person. For example, like if some person, if person A invents a thing, and if we didn't promote it, or we didn't have a platform just to have this mindset spread around, then no one will ever follow him. So we need that followers, and followers should be built through a club of this nature. And the presence of this club is very important. So once this brand is set, you should be kind of working on this presence within the club. And these are some of the examples events we did. Like these are very recent events. So this whatever which after I came back, even still it is running in the university. So workshop on good presence of manufacturing excellence, introduction to robotics, product design competition, and youth entrepreneurship sustainability hub. This was in collaboration with Marvel Crew and soft modular robotics. This was last 2 weeks ago. So 26th November. And we had Excellence 2018. And this was after I left the university. So before when I was in the university, we had like 10 to 15 events, and up to date, we have about 30 plus events which we have done under our crew in collaboration with other like university, societies and other outsiders within our faculty. So this was the present, and this actually promoted entrepreneurial culture within the university, and the mindset of the students were changing rapidly due to this. And make best use of the resources. So this will be like the students, you have to be using these resources very fast, and the club should make sure that you use the students' resources very very effectively. And also lecturers and students, the collaboration should also be there. So the club should know to collaborate the lecturers and what they know actually. So the students may know these lecturers know these things, and they come and connect with these people very fast, because so the initial ice break is the most important thing. So if the student and the lecturer has this ice break quickly, so the club should be helping that student lecturer collaboration to happen. And the lab facilities, as I saw in the presentation of the club, lab facilities should be used, and the club will be promoting these lab facilities every month continuously to just keep this running. And finally, I say this a lot in my presentations: everything around you that you call life was made up by people who was no smarter than you, and you can change it and you can influence it any moment. So actually, this club should influence the people to make a change, and I hope they will do that, and I hope those who will join this club will also impact on this influence, and all the very best. Thank you very much, and thanks for time, and hope you will have a good day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Haresh, for sharing your valuable words with us. A team is not a group of people who work together. It's a group of people who trust each other according to the agenda.